I'm Mark Weiss. Welcome to Wisdom Applied. About a year ago, as I was leaving a lecture hall after having given a grand rounds presentation, I was approached by one of the more senior, at least in terms of age, attending physicians. "Mr. Weiss," he pontificated, "have you heard what's happened at St. Such and Such Hospital?" Now, admittedly, I hadn't. It's only one of the well over 100 hospitals in the local area. Dr. X went on to explain that he was a clinical professor and that he was the leader of a large hospital-based group at St. Such and Such. He explained that his group had just lost the exclusive contract and had been replaced by another group. He told me that, in his opinion, the hospital CEO had simply not bargained fairly. He explained that the CEO presented them with the final draft of the agreement and said, "Sign it or I'm going to replace your group." Dr. X found one of the provisions, it concerned the loss of medical staff privileges upon termination, to be unacceptable. He refused to sign. The CEO found another group that would. When I asked Dr. X what other facilities his group worked at, he looked at me as if I were from Mars. "Our group doesn't work anywhere else," he said. We've dedicated ourselves for 20 years to serving St. Such and Such." Well, he was wrong in a way, in that it's not that his group doesn't simply not work someplace else. It doesn't work anywhere. Dr. X was disconnected from reality on at least 3 levels. First, Pompous doesn't play very well anymore. Second, the issue that the CEO had pressed the group on has been a rather standard contract provision for at least 20 years. And third, and here's the point I want you to get, simply being wed to one hospital isn't a business strategy. As I'm fond of saying, it's only a formula for business failure on the installment plan. Now, if you're having trouble agreeing with this, try this little exercise. Through a twist of great luck, your long-lost billionaire cousin just purchased the hospital for you as a birthday present. The next day, the hospital's CEO asks you to stop by her office. She reminds you that she's been the chief executive officer of the facility for more than 15 years, and she's been extremely instrumental in the facility's success. She says her employment contract is up for renewal, and that she would be a tremendous asset to you and your plans for the facility, and that, by the way, she's received a significant raise every year. Well, inquiring about the photos on her desk, you notice that there's a picture of a new house, and you find out that they just purchased it. Her husband is a teacher, and recently he's accepted a new position just a mile away from their home. You also see the picture of 3 children, and you are told that they're all attending local private schools. Now, how hard do you think the CEO is going to be able to bargain with you over the terms of her new agreement? How hard will you be able to bargain as the hospital's new owner? Now fast, while you're still tasting blood, flip back to reality and think how much negotiating strength your group has. And face it, if the existence of a deal with the hospital is all that defines your group as a group, then there's no group. There's only the convenience of a roster of individual physicians. That blood you're tasting is probably your own.